Welcome to this tutorial. In this tutorial, I will show you how you can create a test case into the quality center, which is the most important job as a quality assurance analyst or test analyst to write new test cases or modify existing test cases to a web project. So in the earlier tutorial, I was showing you two functionalities that we want to test. So I'll create two new test cases to test those two functionalities. And so if you can remember, the first functionality we want to test was to enter the registration function. So we want to register a new user to the system, and the second functionality we want to test that we can log in with a existing user account. So the account we created in the registration registration functionality, we will immediately use that user account to log in to the system. So to create a new test case, you have to expand this testing, and then you have to click test plan. When you go to the test plan, you can see the subjects folder, and you can expand it, and you can see different other folders. So this way you can organize your different test cases. So as we are discussing in earlier tutorial, when you're gonna test any application, you need a plan. So when you make your plan, you'll organize your test cases according to your plan into different folder. So in different folder, you will organize your test cases. So you will give the folders and test cases meaningful name, and this way you can easily identify which folder contain what test case and what test case is for testing what functionality. So as I told you, the two functionality we're going to test, mostly those two are related to user account. So let's create a new folder. Here you can see the new folder icon. If you click it, when the subject folder is selected, this window pop up, new test folder. Let's give this folder name user count. Now you can see the user account, this folder is created. So currently this folder is empty. So now we want to create the first test case, which is register a new user. So to create a new test case, when you click this icon, the next new test, which is just the next icon to the new folder, when you click this, so the new test, this window will pop up. On this window you have to provide with some mandatory information. The text which are marked in red are the mandatory information. So for this first test case, we will name it register new user. And this is a manual test case because we there is no automation involved. So automation is not the scope of this course. So we're not discussing about the test automation here. But so this is a manual test case, and you will select a manual. Uh, the level, this is I'll say a medium, and the priority I'll say uh, is very high, because without creating user, and if the user kernel or probably you can set it high. And the reviewed, usually what happen after you create a test case, someone should review that test case. So as this test case is just current, just I'm creating right now, so no one reviewed these test cases, so I'll select not reviewed. And you can provide a creation date or who's going to review this. You can select from here, but these are not mandatory. And you can also provide a description, which is also not mandatory. You can also attach a file. Again, is this not, these are not mandatory. So okay, so after you provide all these mandatory information, you can click OK. And you can see this, there is a new test case is created. So when you create a new test case, so next step is will be to define the design steps. So what is the design steps? Basically, you will define the steps that you're going to test, like how you're going to test it, like in the different steps you're going to define here. So I'll show you how you can add new steps into this new test case. And so before that, let me add another test case. This time I will right click on this folder and I will say new test, and I will name this test case. I want to here and to test the login with the existing user account. So login with an 16 user account. Again, this is a manual test case, and level I'll say basic. Priority is very high, because if the user can now log in, it's a big issue. So, and the review is not reviewed again, and then we click OK. So this test case is also created, and as you can see, the design steps for this test case is also blank. So now let's go back to the first test case. I can register a new user, and when you go back here, you can add the steps. So to create the new steps, you will first you need to make your plan, or you need to identify what you want to test test in this test case, so that will complete your expectation, like what you want to test, what steps need to be included in this test case, that will complete all your expectation. So first, say we want to add a step to this test case, and this step 1 automatically is taking the name to step 1. You can modify it or you can keep it, and the description is like what you're going to do, like what you'll do into the first step. So the first step, I'll say we'll navigate to that system, that web system. So what I'll do, I will just copy this address. That's I want to show you, like even you can copy the information from different document, and you can also paste it here. So now you can paste it. So this way you can copy paste different text from different sources, like for example, if you have a requirement documents or other document, or you want to copy a link or something like that, you can just copy and paste it here. And what will be my expectation, like say I want to navigate to this URL. So what will happen, my expectation will be the web the web application loaded successfully. So this is my expectation. Like when I try to navigate this URL, the web application should be loaded successfully. So this is my expectation. And now when you click OK, this new step will be created. But before that, if you want to check your spelling and other spelling or any other formatting you want to do, you can do from here. You can see there are different formatting options, and spelling checking option is available here. So I do spell check, it's okay, and do spell check, okay. Now if you say click OK, now you can see the first step is created. So this way I will create the other steps. Okay, now as you can see, I completed all the steps similarly as I showed how I created the first step. The step 2 and step 3 is also added for and I also completed the other test case. So let me go through with this test cases. So the step 1, navigate to this address and the web application loads successfully. Step 2, click the register link, the new user registration page opens successfully. And the step 3 is provided mandatory information to create the new user account and click submit button. And my expected result is the new user account is created successfully with confirmation message. For login with an existing user account, the step 1 to navigate to this address and the web application loads successfully. Step 2, sign on, click on the sign on link, the user sign on page opens successfully. And step 3, provided an existing username and password and click the submit button, and the user successfully log in into the system. So you can add as many steps as you want based on your requirement, and you can also modify this information. Once you typed in, you can just double click, then it's give you the option to modify the text, or you can select this step and you click the edit step, then this will give you this window here. You can also modify your information from here, and you can click OK, and then the new information will be saved. And if you want to delete a step, you can just select the step, you can delete that step from here, or you can click this button to delete it. You can also copy the step, so you can just click this button and then it will be copy, and then you can paste it to so let me show you on this copy and paste option and how to delete. So let's say if I want to copy this step, you can just copy it from here, or you can copy from here, then you can go here and say you want to paste it. So you can see the option, the text or the step I copied is pasted here. Now if I want to delete this step, so this step is moved ahead of the my actual step, so I just want to remove this step from here. So you can just click delete selected step and get this message. Yes. So this way you can also copy paste some steps from other test case, and that will make your work really easy and save lots of time. So that's it for this tutorial. This in this tutorial you learned how to create new test cases, and how you can modify those test cases. There are other options available. You can see parameters and test configuration. Some of these will be covered in the later tutorials. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial.